Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest of wins of all time, but to any win in this league, preseason included, needs to be celebrated. And I mean, it was an awesome atmosphere back. The first game at home, 12s were rocking, and I've been told that's nothing compared to the regular season. So we're excited for that in a couple weeks. And yeah, I mean, this is we're on to the next part of the process here. We've got a couple big days ahead of us, and just proud of the effort of the guys. Really throughout the off season, throughout training camp. I think we got a heck of a group. So excited for the next phase here. But it was a good win.
How's Chad doing?
Not sure yet. We'll get it looked at tomorrow, but we'll know probably know more in the next couple days.
Artie Burns, same thing? Or?
Yeah, same thing with Artie.
So we wanted to see out of Gino pretty quickly, obviously tonight with the quick score and get him out.
Yeah, he made some great throws, seemed decisive. Plan was do a couple series, but I think we saw enough after the good 5 plays.
What about from the defense, the one drive they had?
Yeah, I mean, overall good. The energy was there. Execution was solid. We had the penalty on the 3rd down, which is a little bit of the theme of the night, which is something that we need to clean up moving forward. But it was good to get the stop after we gave up the penalty.
What happened to Chenna?
He's got a knee.
Did you see the intensity? You just said energy, but you see the intensity that you needed to see from the first unit to the last unit in this game?
I mean, we gave up a lot of yards, and 33 points on the board is not going to cut it. So, it takes everybody, and the standard is the standard. So, not exactly pleased with the defensive performance as a whole, but there's a lot of good things on tape too. So, we'll look at it, and we'll improve. And we'll see. The penalty, we let them convert 3rd downs on the 3rd down penalties, and if good teams are going to make you pay, and they made us pay.
Mike, have you made a decision on who's going to be your starter at right guard?
No, we'll know in the next couple of days.
The play on Noah's injury, is that a football play or is that pushing the line a little bit of a football play?
I don't really want to comment on it. I mean, it seemed like an obvious penalty.
Was Artie, was it like his foot or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mike, what have you seen? Jamie Sheriff came in camp late for you guys. You signed him midway through, and the kind of preseason he's put together here. What have you kind of seen out of his performance?
Well, he's a guy that really stood out during the rookie tryout, and just kind of the message with all the guys is if there's not a spot for you right now, we're still invested in in your growth and development. And he's to his credit, he didn't skip a beat since he's been here. So he should be proud of the way he played.
D. Eskridge obviously had the big punt return. I guess in general, how have you kind of assessed his preseason and where he stands and things?
Well, he's capable of making plays like that, and that's the type of player he is. So proud of D. He's worked his tail off to put himself in a good position here. So he should be proud of himself.
Coach, you've got players up and down the roster that flashed. How hard is it going to be to make this cut in a couple of days?
Yeah, these are hard decisions, and you just kind of let what's best for the team to be the guiding light, and and John and I, we've been kind of hand in hand through this whole thing, so I'm looking forward to kind of the next stage, but this is going to be this is a tough time. This is probably the toughest part of the job, and I think if you look at it optimistically, you're saying, okay, well, hey, this is a long-term investment too. There's an opportunity for guys to be on P squads. Hopefully, other people that won't have an opportunity to be here have earned an opportunity somewhere else. So again, like Jamie, there might be an opportunity to come back, and hopefully the guys feel like we're invested in their growth as well. So bittersweet for sure, but yeah, it's going to be some tough decisions.
Kenny McIntosh had the long touchdown run. What did you say at him on that run, and just what's he been showing you the last couple?
Yeah, him and George, again, they had a great, I thought both played really well. George didn't have the flashy run, but he had some tough, good runs to get back to line of scrimmage and get positive yards. I think both made plays on special teams. So two really good players, man. And Kenny Mac's, again, another example of a guy that's been working really, really hard. So for him to have an opportunity to make such a great play, just really happy for him. Just really happy for where he's at, and he should be proud of himself.
Stiff arm get guys fired up.
Yeah, the guys were fired up on that one. That was cool.
Hey, Coach, how ready is the team to start the season?
I think we're right where we should be. It's we're not the team that we need to be yet, but it's still early, and the important part is us to keep taking the steps that we need to take. So that's going to be our focus here as the team starts to declare itself this week, and then we'll get a couple days break and then come back. Full week for getting ready for Denver. And then, whatever happens in the Denver game, it's going to be the same mentality, from that all the way through, game 17 and then into the playoffs.
What did you think of the preseason and camp that Derek Young had?
Yeah, I just really like Derek. He's a really good player. I mean, he just does the right thing all the time. We're on record about, the toughness that he has and the type of football player he is. So, I don't know what he did on teams today, so I'm eager to watch that tape and see what Jay thinks as well. So I'm excited about him.
When you and Jay settled on dual kickoff returns back deep, you've decided that you've done it every time this preseason. Is that the way you're going to go?
Yeah, probably for the most part, yeah.
Mike Morris has played a lot this preseason. You've used him different ways. What do you like about what he's bringing so far?
Well, there's an element. I mean, he's just so big out there, man. And just like he can, like you said, John, he can play up and down the line. Underratedly versatile, smart, really underratedly smart player too. And he just makes plays. He's the guy that has been getting that group, that pass rush coordinated with that later in games. So he's been an asset for us.
What the Daryl Taylor trade yesterday? I guess what sort of went into that?
I don't want to get into all the details, but for DT, it's a great opportunity for him. So excited for what he's going to do, and we'll be rooting for him.
Is there any indication that Draymond Jones might be back?
It's looking positive, and we're optimistic with Draymond. We'll see this week on how many reps he gets and how we ramp it up.
Anything else? Thank you.
Okay, thanks guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.